Morning, it's Amsterdam time, 7 o'clock, and it has been some years since we were for last time at Lanzarote. Last time was 21, and we drove there by car for the 580, the first mini transat. So now it's the third mini transat and the qualifier for the world race, 580 world race. So we don't want to miss out on that.
For sure not.
So yeah, let's see how it goes, eh?
And fasten your seatbelts.
Delay more than an hour. Good morning. What day is it? Yes, it's Sunday, January 5. An early travel day is always a day that I forget what day it actually is, at least the next day when I'm just awake. We are in absolute one of the loveliest houses here, and if you look there, over there, you can see Fuerteventura. I don't know if you can see it. It's quite a bit hazy, but it's just a wonderful little house here. So yeah, a recap of yesterday. After we left the plane, we picked up our hire car, went straight to the docks. And there we met the 580 sailors who were already in, getting acquainted with all the surroundings and see old friends again. First Christian Sauer came in, and shortly after that Jacob came in. Yeah, and after that we had a meeting in a bar for small drinks, and we only managed to get some water actually because we were quite tired. Then we grabbed a bite and we went to this wonderful house, but we were here only when it was dark, and it's absolutely wonderful here. It's not bad. It's just a lovely house. And the front door is over there. We need to be a bit quiet. Miriam is still waking up. First, I will do some reading on the website of the 580 just to get more acquainted. And then we'll probably head off for a quick breakfast. At the harbour, of course. In Lanzarote, Olympic teams train. Usually European teams train for the Olympics. And why? Because it's nice and warm and there's some wind here. It's absolutely wonderful to see all the energy here. Obviously it's an island, but it's not a very small one. So you will use a car, especially when you're working around boats, fairly bit of the day. I thought I will let you drive with me, see the vicinity, because it's absolutely fantastic here. Marina, obviously, and then this is a bit strange. To come here you need to drive through the sea barrier, which is also a parking place. You drive through and through and through. You can walk here obviously too, but then if you just want to walk in the sun and not in a concrete bunker. We come out other side. Careful, all rental cars obviously, most of them are, or rental bikes. All people who don't know the way around the island very well, or don't know the way around their car very well, and sometimes both. So driving here is always being on your toes. business end of the marina. Usually you can go out if you go to the right here, but we're not planning on going out. We're planning on going to the part of the harbor where the Globe 580 is actually located at this moment. And if I'm right, Don will come here too, and I will get the VHF from him. That's not Don, although his car is just like that. Okay, a semi-shade spot, always good. So doing a little interview. So hi Niels.
Hi Eli.
So what about the jobs?
Just a few things on the job to do. I have to glue my back in my cockpit again. I fixed my compass lamp already because that was very annoying. If you're at sea in the dark and you can't see your compass, that was the biggest or the most important job to do. I have to change the spinnaker pole mounting because that's broken, and fix the boom brake because that's a big job to do. And all the other things are just small things like getting this padded a bit more because you're sitting here a lot, and that's annoying if that's just putting a stripe in your back. I did some flaps on the back of my transom to prevent water coming in, and I have to check my wind vane. Now the boom vane, I just did a temporary fix here, but that's not a good fix for two reasons. You can put it for a long time here, but also your sheet of your asymmetrical will click under it. So I have to place it on the other. I think I'm gonna drill 2 holes here and get an extra connection point somewhere here, so I can put the boom vane back to my boom and back to the other side of the boat. So I think that's the best option. So I have to change this. Last year I had a lot of trouble with getting all the bolts and nuts loose. I fixed that with extra rods in it and extra Loctite, but now it's still getting a bit loose, and I have to replace the bearings because they're worn out a bit. And also have to check if the rod in the middle of the wind vane, if that's okay, because I got a feeling there's a lid loose, and that's why I can't get it working the way I want to work it. So I'm just figuring out a bit. If you want to sail the boat with a little bit overpower, I can't use the wind vane, and that's not very useful if you're doing the transat. I just want to fly my A3 or A5 with wind vane, and I can do it now.
Okay, we're just going to head about 25 miles up the coast to near Arrecife to pick up Jasmine, who's had a really torrid time with no wind. She's done lots of miles and she's now ready to come home, so we're very happy to be able to help her. A good friend of mine, Phil, has stepped in and lent his boat, so Phil, myself and my son George are heading up there to hopefully make Jasmine a lot happier than she is right now.
Buiten, maar dat is een beetje koud, denk ik.